I'm wondering with your clients or your customers how, where they normally start. So Jeff and I have been consultants for a long time in this identity space. We often use the term "don't boil the ocean," right? Like,
Correct.
don't try to. Axonius is a Swiss Army knife, but you
Don't
need
try
to
to do
learn
all at
how.
once.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You need to open a wine bottle, use the corkscrew, and leave the other things till you know phase two or whatever. Where do your clients? How do they usually start?
So I think actually going back to this new category that Gartner created called IVIP, I think that's actually a very good place to start with Axonius. So creating this kind of visibility intelligence, making sure that you have the initial data sources connected. So kind of maybe a dozen or 20 initial data sources that are the most important ones for the organization connected, creating that first initial visibility, unified visibility within the organization, and start driving intelligence there. I would say that's probably where I would start. Most likely in the identity hygiene side of things. I think that's where you will start kind of driving very immediate value out of, off the shelf kind of within the first 2 months, you will achieve identity hygiene that would have taken you years to achieve without something like Axonius. And from there, actually start kind of defining your own kind of roadmap into areas that are important for you. For example, you want to tackle non-human accounts because that's kind of the new danger or the new risk that you associated in the company. Or you want to drive, as I mentioned before, this PAM enhancement. We see that very common actually with customers these days. So you can start there. You want to drive it more on kind of compliance perspective because you now need to have. Just the other day we had a prospect saying I need to meet my SOX in December and I must have a basic IGA program running by December. Yeah, so that's kind of a good compelling event to drive kind of compliance. Make sure you have your access reviews. That may be the first thing that you want. So it really differs from one area to another, and I think that's kind of the value of Axonius, that doesn't matter what's kind of the immediate use case that you want to achieve. The moment you get this visibility intelligence in place, you can then start navigating per your own need within your own organization as to what's the next step and the following step that you want to take forward.
How do your customers measure the value they get out of your solution?